What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Monday, April 30th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Tim Geddes.
My Tim host.
You got a new haircut.
I did get a new haircut.
Looking
Got
good.
them all cut. You
Now,
know what I mean? Hey,
are you still doing super cuts?
Yes,
because this is a great haircut. Yeah.
Nope, they did it fucking right.
I told you before.
I told them to get that fucking line made, and they got that fucking line made.
They did. I'll tell you what. You know, I don't think I talk shit, but you know how I like doing the local mom and pop barbershops and everything. Last haircut was the one that broke me, where the fucking guy was the mom and pop was closed. Barbershops run weird hours, right? Some are open Sundays, some are open Mondays. Bullshit like that. I went into one I left work early on a Friday last time around. Went in there and like, oh, sorry, we're closed because like Monday's a holiday. And I was like, that's a bridge too far. And I walked into Supercuts. I got my haircut there. And I was like, you know what? I'm a Supercuts guy now. We're doing the comic book show today, me and Kevin. And then I'm fucking going to get a haircut. Hell yeah, very excited about that, Kev.
Yeah?
You're looking forward to talking comics with you. Patreon.com/kindafunny. You got a haircut? I got the God of War Platinum. Oh. So it's all happening, ladies and gentlemen. Big things have happened since you saw us on the last Kinda Funny Games Daily.
I'm proud of you.
I was gonna say,
very happy.
I noticed you didn't clap. You got any questions? What are you saving it for Gamescast?
I did clap.
I didn't see it. I heard Kevin. I got all excited. You looked at my pants when I jumped up.
I did because I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I like to keep you on your toes. Sometimes. You never know what I'm up to. Here's the
up. I don't know what
if you're a listener or if you're a watcher. That's cup of coffee number 3. So if you want to see some fucking lightning speed speak, you're about to get it.
Today is the day. A thrilling day of video game news.
You know what? At the very end, a Hail Mary from CD Projekt Red, but we'll get to that in a second. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, head over to kindafunny.com/KFGD. Give us your questions, comments, concerns, bad PSN names, and everything else under the video game sun. I'm to the point with the coffee where the words are way ahead of where my thoughts are. So some of those were coming out fast and loose, and I was like, oh, is this right?
Maybe I can just keep up with you because I'm where you're at.
That's what I like to see. After you submit your question, of course, you can watch us record the show live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. However, if you want to be a part of the show there, we need your help. Go to kindafunny.com/you're wrong. Tell us what we screw up as we screw it up so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and listening later on podcast services around the globe, including Spotify and iHeartRadio. And we think that we got them all. But if you're listening to some knockoff weird podcast service and we're not there, hit up at Tim Geddes on Twitter. There you go. Some housekeeping for you. It's the final day for early bird prom tickets. If you want to come to prom, and you do, June 30th here in San Francisco, the Kinda Funny Prom. You need to go to kindafunny.com/tickets right now. Get your tickets for, what is it, $10 below what they'll be charged tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Also, it's the final day to go to either of our Patreons, patreon.com/kindafunny or patreon.com/kindafunnygames, and submit for the fan mail tier. April's fan mail tier is that we will make a promposal video for you. So you're already coming, you already bringing the wife, you already bringing the husband, the boyfriend, the kid, the dog, the frog. Go there. Support the fan mail thing. You get to pick who makes the video for that person to prompose right there.
And if you're not coming to prom, we can just make a nice video dedicated to somebody that you love.
That's true too.
That you hate.
If Grandma's 100th birthday coming up, I'll take my shirt off for her and talk to her. Don't think I won't. Yeah. Maybe I'll take more off too. You know, this is a private YouTube link. I can do whatever I want. Maybe I'll put it on Vimeo. I'll be the new Blurred Lines girl.
I'll put it on Vimeo.
Who's the woman from Blurred Lines who broke out after
Emily Ratajkowski.
What has she been up to? It was a big deal when she was in that Ben Affleck movie.
She's just been working real hard in life.
She's not a good actress.
Not a good actress, Kevin says. Kevin throwing stones.
Very talented though.
I don't hear her talking shit about you as the Tinkerer in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
She did. She tweeted about it.
I apologize. Then I take it back.
Good.
She did.
Was he even trying an accent?
Also in the housekeeping section, Thursday I won't be here because I'm going to LA to participate in movie fights with ScreenJunkies to benefit women in film. Thank you, Kevin. Were you booing me or movie fights and ScreenJunkies?
Boo!
Just booing in general. Blanket boo. Okay.
Yeah.
Apply how you want to. If you want to watch that and donate to their charity, please go to ScreenJunkies.com/charity event. And then finally today, we're brought to you by Patreon.com/kindafunnygames, but I'll tell you about that later. That gets a cheer from Kevin.
I want to throw something in there. Our MCU and review video for Infinity War is now live on youtube.com/kindafunny. You should go check that out if you've probably seen it by now.
They've been the spoiler cast is up for God of War. I had a great tweet today about it.
Yeah,
I've been killing it with the promotional tweets. You know what I mean? I won't lie to you. I don't think Joey writes promotional tweets for us anymore. I think she's just too busy planning prom, making sure we all get fed, going around doing panels, really promoting Kinda Funny well, being a good speaker, being a good spokesperson. You know, I mean, she's doing other things, community management, of course, all these different things she's doing. I just don't see the tweets as much as I think.
NSYNC got their Hollywood star today, so me and Joey had to stop working so we could watch them get their thing. It's now NSYNC Day, April 30th every year officially. It's going to be May. Let's
begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some Monday news. 4 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen!
And let me tell you, some of these we're stretching on. Number 1, though, a real story that came through. CD Projekt Red is bringing an RPG to E3. This is via IGN.com. You might have heard of them. They write, a role-playing game from CD Projekt Red will indeed be at this year's Electronic Entertainment Expo. According to the official E3 2018 exhibitor directory, CD Projekt Red will be in attendance with an unspecified RPG for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The game in question is almost certainly Cyberpunk 2077, which we heard earlier this year will likely be at E3 2018 and is among the games rumored to appear at this year's expo. This applies to us because Andrew Yenny wrote in to kindafunny.com/KFGD just like you can. It says, hey, Greg and Tim. I was watching the new Gamescast this morning on youtube.com/kindafunnygames and loved the E3 conversation. You guys mentioned Cyberpunk 2077. Believe it or not, I somehow have managed to dodge hearing about this game. That is hard to believe and crazy, but good on you. Doing some quick research, I realized that it was made by CD Projekt Red, the team behind The Witcher 3, and I immediately got hyped. Then I open up IGN and the news breaks that the team announced they will be at E3. Now knowing that they will be at E3, does this change your opinions from Thursday on the release date being announced at E3? Or what do you expect them to show off from Cyberpunk or otherwise? Have a great show, Andrew. So Gamescast, which is live now, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, podcast services everywhere, was crazy E3 predictions with your boy Oscar and Jared. One of them, came up was what's going to happen with Cyberpunk.
And I don't remember exactly what we said, but whatever it is, I don't think my opinion changes. I think it'll be shown at the Microsoft conference.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get a release date. We might get a release time frame.
Window. You're thinking maybe it ends with 2019.
2019.
Yeah, okay.
So people aren't getting ahead of themselves. We're like, maybe it's 2018. I don't think that there's...
No, I don't think it's 2018. No chance.
So yeah, no, I don't think anything...
It's nice to have some concrete information. It's nice to know they'll be there. You have to assume it'll be Cyberpunk. I doubt CD Projekt Red has another RPG they've been working on.
That is weird, though, that it specifically says RPG. Like, I can't understand.
That's what they're known for.
No, I know that, but like it's just like the directory. Why would it say specifically what's being shown? Why not mention the title of the game if it's going to have the genre?
Keep people on the edge of their seats.
Yeah,
they know what they're going to. I agree that I think it'll be at one of the conferences. I think Microsoft, obviously Microsoft's got to pull for it, but I think CD Projekt Red's a big enough deal that Sony would want it out there too, that they'd try to really pull for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Phil Spencer's out there making the money moves. Cardi B, you know what I mean?
No, I don't. Again, I don't know who Cardi B is.
She makes money moves.
Can you give me one of her songs that I've heard?
Yeah, Boardwalk Yellow. She makes money moves.
Boardwalk Yellow, she makes money moves. Yes. Okay. I have not heard of Boardwalk Yellow.
Although with Andrew, you're saying that it's surprising that he doesn't know about this game. I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, we got a very small tease a couple years back.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, it's been years.
Here's my thing about not knowing what it is, and this is not me trying to insult Andrew or anything. It's that he's among the hardest of the hardcore of video game people. If he's watching a show like Kinda Funny Games daily, right? If he knows who we are and he's writing into the show and doing all these different things, I would expect that whether you're also listening to IGN, GameSpot, Giant Bomb, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Every time someone talks about The Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, I feel, is a tangential mention in there that's happening.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's been so long since we've got concrete info on the game or anything besides a beep.
You got a beep.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
But it'd be like if somebody didn't know that there was an Avengers game being made. I wouldn't be totally surprised, even if you're in it. It's like there was one mention of it and then it's gone.
Sure.
And yeah, we talk about it when we're like making predictions for things, but it's like it's not like we're talking about it on a daily basis. Anyway, I think that Cyberpunk's about to be extremely real and in every headline for the next year starting at E3.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing what they got up their sleeves and where they'll show up. For now, let's move on to number 2 on the Roper Report. Super simple. There's a Red Dead trailer incoming, everybody. Prepare your eye holes and anuses. They tweeted over there, Red Dead Redemption 2 official trailer number 3 coming Wednesday, May 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Cool.
We already know the release date. You think we actually get confirmation in this trailer of who the characters are? Is it going to be like how GTA, put out trailers that were really ambiguous for a while and then finally started having other players talking? Do you think this is where we're going to actually lay out story, or is it going to be more sweeping landscapes?
I think chances of gameplay are fairly low.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe shots here and there, but I don't think this is going to be a gameplay trailer. I think what you're saying makes a bit more sense. Like, kind of introduce the characters, get a bit
Give
more
me
of
a
the
story of what's
story
happening
going.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we'll get gameplay?
I think it'll be no. Gameplays in trailers is weird. I'm not saying there won't be shots in it that are gameplay, but like you're saying, I don't think
won't
it's gonna
be HUD though.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a very cinematic, set to a song that all of us kind of knew but don't really know, and now we're gonna fucking love on Wednesday or whatever.
You think it was a Kanye song, and then now they're just like, oh shit, we pull that,
Fuck!
pull back, and now it's gonna be some like random ass.
Is Kanye done now?
No, Kanye's just beginning. Greg.
Okay. But people don't like him anymore.
Well,
a lot of people don't like him anymore.
But like, then they're flipping. It's complicated.
Oh, flip floppers out there. Right?
Oh, dude, a lot of flip floppers.
Okay. All I saw was the John Legend tweets or whatever, the text conversation where he then inserted that he had a single, and I was like, I respect that. Did you see this?
Oh yeah,
I respect this.
Dude,
I
John
respect
Legend,
that.
man.
John Legend,
Chrissy Teigen.
I know.
Out there.
They're awesome. We know they're awesome.
They had dinner with Kanye recently.
Chrissy Teigen plays a lot of video games. I like that too.
Yeah.
I digress though. Back to the Red Dead thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a awesome song. We're gonna get a lot of awesome shots, and I think we're gonna finally be able to walk away and be like, it is a prequel. It is Dutch's gang. This is who the main character is. Usually when they drop a trailer, it comes with the press release as well. So get that, and it'll be like, yes, in October, on October 26, 2018, join us as we move on with this story, and you're this person in Dutch's gang as you think about this, that, and the other. I think that's what we'll get.
I'm into it.
All right, cool. Very exciting. Number 3, and here's where it starts to get Finn. It's just a slow Monday. And let me tell you, I looked ahead for the games coming out this week. Until you get to Friday with your old Funky Kong, quiet time.
Now I'm gonna throw in a 2.5 before you get to that 3, Greg. So I mean the Tim Geddes deep web.
Oh, finally, some deep web. Do we know what's happening on the dark web?
Going off of the Gamecast predictions topic that we did, we talked about Devil May Cry 5, and I made the prediction it's going to be PlayStation 4 exclusive, maybe on PC as well, but not on Xbox. There was a thread on Reset Era today talking about rumors that Capcom's going to have like Xbox exclusive game, action adventure game, and I'm like,
Dead Rising 5.
That's likely and boring, but if fucking Microsoft gets the exclusive on Devil May Cry,
game change.
that'd be huge.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I don't think you are.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, Phil Spencer says there's going to be some JRPGs at Microsoft's E3. Over on that there, twitter.com, Supersonic Wolf, Supersonic Wolf, maybe 12, wrote in and said, are we going to see JRPGs on your stage this year, Phil? To which Phil Spencer responded, as of now, yes. Things can change, but like last year, I wanted to make sure we supported our Japanese publishers on our stage. And this year, we are working to do the same. It's important to us. What JRPG is going to be on that stage?
I don't know. I really don't know. It'd be nuts if Final Fantasy VII Remake was shown there.
Impossible. Impossibly, I say.
Yeah.
Sony would never allow that after how much they've been in bed with that and that being a PSX thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it is also coming to Xbox. First on PlayStation 4, if it ever happens.
Yeah, if it ever happens.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is an option, but like that's, I don't know how big that is.
See, you're going really big. I think it'll be something like a double A JRPG.
So you're telling me like a Tales of...
Is that a double A? I'm not insulting Tales fans.
Well, then what's a double A JRPG?
Something new from Bandai Namco that they're working on. Some kind of collection from Square. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the problem is Final Fantasy seems kind of tied up with different things, and it's too early to get that Tabata project. So if it's not Kingdom Hearts, if it's not Final Fantasy, then yeah, there is kind of a big chasm all the way down to Tales of. I think
they're going to be new IPs. I don't think it's going to be here's necessarily an established JRPG as much as we're doing something new.
Yeah, on Xbox, I don't know. That's
what if
weird.
they finally get a Persona?
No.
I said what if. I didn't mean like that's a real thing that could happen. But that's another great way to go with it, of an Atlas Sega coming over and doing something.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. I'm interested what you have to say about this, because I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with the Switch, I feel a lot of that makes sense. Obviously, Sony has its kind of just franchises already there.
Yeah.
Ni no Kuni and all that.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't have any bets.
Here's another side tangent for you. You mentioned Tabata before. We've met the man. We've worked with him. He lied to us on stage, of course, at the Final Fantasy event. Great guy.
Yeah.
I respect his work and everything else. Every time I hear his name, I think of ciabatta bread. You ever do that?
I do. I'm not a big fan of ciabatta bread.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Really?
Thought I was. Always thought I was.
What do you, when did you decide? When did you decide you're not a ciabatta fan?
I'm particular about my burgers.
Okay, burgers.
Particular about my burger buns.
Sure.
I like them a certain way. Ciabatta, not one of those ways.
What about like at Starbucks with the egg and Gouda bacon sandwich
I'm
on
down with
ciabatta?
that.
That's
I'm
great,
down.
right? Yeah, that's a really
Again,
good
I'm
one.
not hating on the ciabatta. I'm just saying like
Certain instances.
It's
This isn't
not
an
my
everyday
favorite.
bread. Tell me your perfect burger bun.
I don't know. I like it when it's toasty for sure.
Bagel, says Kevin Offside. I'll tell you what
Big fan of bagels.
the perfect burger bun is the pretzel bun.
No. See,
Pretzel buns are god tier.
pretzel bun, bottom tier for me.
You're
Can't even-
fucking
can't
idiot.
even-
He doesn't
I don't know why we
ruins
can
the
be so
burger.
in love and hate each other on so many different
It's
things.
just crazy. I don't know.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Kevin, be a voice of reason. Pretzel buns are great, right?
Pretzel buns are fucking great. I don't
Thank you.
believe that he doesn't love them.
I hate them.
Why
honestly.
do you hate
Are you
them?
talking
Because
about
it
like?
ruins the taste of the burger.
It amplifies it.
It's overwhelming. I don't like that taste. It makes it all German and shit.
Oh wow!
There's
So
one
now
thing
it's
I don't
about
fuck with. Germans.
now it's a wow. Okay, well we're doubling down on
We were all
everything there.
thinking it.
No, we really weren't. I'm gonna
Especially
say.
you.
I kind of was.
Okay, well,
I'm glad someone.
aren't
brought
you?
it up.
Isn't your grandfather German?
Shut up, dude.
I'm not even going that
Shut
way.
up, dude.
I want.
That was very mean, Greg.
It wasn't. What? No, I needed his help. Hold on, I'm doing a Twitter poll for this show here. Pretzel buns, yay or nay? We're gonna go
Why you
for
always got to divide the kids?
because I just want to know what's going on, man. You know.
They love you. They don't need to be divided like this.
They don't even know.
Don't need to be
See, if they're
divided.
not even watching the show live, they don't know what they're voting in. That's
I
the
love
best part.
pretzels, but I just feel like the pretzel bun's overwhelming, and I feel like the pretzel needs to be dipped in stuff, or else it's just too much.
Well, that's why you got the
this
mustard
taste.
and the ketchup and the pickles.
Yeah.
Counts?
Yeah.
Wait, who's got who?
Yep.
I hate you, Kevin.
love
Number
you,
4 on the Roper Report. Call of Juarez, the series, is returning to Techland after going with Ubisoft for a while. This is from their press release. Techland Publishing has announced that Call of Juarez Gunslinger is back on sale as part of Techland Publishing's catalog of critically acclaimed titles. To celebrate this homecoming, the game is available on Steam with a discount. Adam Laison, CPO at Techland Publishing, said, "Developed by Techland, the Call of Juarez series received a great reception and support from a huge community of players. As Techland Publishing moves forward as a leading publisher, we are delighted to welcome Call of Juarez Gunslinger to our publishing division." He continued, "We would like to thank Ubisoft for its incredible work publishing the Call of Juarez games. We'll continue the great efforts of Ubisoft and support the fans of the Call of Juarez universe," all one word there. Didn't abbreviate it. Call of Juarez universe, but slammed them together in the same dutiful and passionate way.
Dutiful. Call of
No,
Juarez.
that's too. No,
Dutiful.
I appreciate you're
They did
trying.
that on purpose.
You're trying at least.
They
You're
did it on
trying at
purpose.
least.
No one would use the word fucking dutiful that close to Call of anything without doing it on purpose. I'm just saying.
Well, Call of Juarez going back to Techland. That was a press release that came through, and I was like, normally wouldn't put you in the Roper Report, but today it's quiet. It's quiet, all quiet on the Western Front over here. I'm looking. Everyone's just talking about Infinity War.
Yeah, man.
That's all I got out there. You know what I mean? E3 right around the corner. I'll tell you what.
You
though.
think we see Avengers at E3 video game?
What do you define as see it?
Anything.
I think we get a trailer. Yes,
Yeah?
I do think we
I'm
get a
really
trailer,
excited about
and
that.
I think that happens at PlayStation, unless Microsoft
Microsoft's like,
drop that
"We're
fucking dump truck
fucking
full of money.
balling out.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Me neither.
I think, as Phil Spencer has said,
He wants to ball.
he understands the importance of exclusives. This would be a huge one to get. If you could come out at Xbox and be like, and first off, also this year, I'll beg everybody. I'm pointing my finger a little bit at Microsoft, but I'm just pointing at everybody. Let's not throw around fucking the word exclusive like a bunch of psychopaths anymore.
No, it's Microsoft. They're never going to.
I don't want this fucking Xbox One console launch exclusive to where I go, oh, that's Tacoma clearly going to come to PlayStation one day. And they go, no. That means it's exclusive. And then here, guess what? Tacoma coming to fucking PlayStation. Don't lie to my fucking face, Steve Gaynor.
Y'all bunch of dum-dums.
Don't lie to me, Phil
say
Spencer.
it.
When you get up there and you say, I want, just come out and own it. Hey, everybody. We're excited to show you this next one from our friends at Crystal Dynamics. And it says, world premiere, exclusive, Call of Duty. It's just all these fucking words up there. Shows the trailer. We all go nuts. And then Phil Spencer comes out. It's great. And he's like, but for real, legitimately, literally exclusive. You won't play that on another console. Of course, you play it on PC, games anywhere, that kind of thing. But it ain't coming to PlayStation. And then he does a crotch chop to Shuhei. He's in the crowd for some reason.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
That's
Can we
crazy.
have some fun? Can we do that? Can we
wish.
bring people to each other's conferences and
I
crotch
fucking
chop them?
wish. I really do.
I feel like we're there.
I looked into it. We can.
How great would it be if there was an exclusive WWE game on Xbox, right? But like they somehow trick you, not tricked. It's all a work, obviously. They bring you out and then like he just gets powerbombed through a table. And everybody's freaking fucking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, let me book your E3s.
Yeah.
I'm excited for E3, but Tim.
Yes.
It's so far away.
It's so far. Like,
and
3
actually,
weeks.
it's incredibly close and terrifying because I need to book some shows.
Let's go.
Yeah. If I wanted to know what was coming to the digital mom and grab shops today, where would I go?
The official list of upcoming software across each and every platform is listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily Show host each and every weekday, Greg.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. Now, again, as I said, quiet on the Western Front today. Not much going on. Originally, I looked at my normal Kotaku list, and like I said, nothing coming out on Monday. Then Tuesday has like one game, and then it's really, really quiet, right? And then in my email came this email. Coming out today, Hans, the Hans Attic League.
Hans. What is Hans? The Hans.
Thank you for asking me. I'll read from their official press release they put. A good day for simulation fans because today Hans, the Hans Attic League, will be released. The trade simulation, which continues the traditional Hans brand, was developed by Link Dimensions and will be released today at 3 p.m. on Steam and be available for the low price of $19.99 on PC and Mac. In Hans, the Hanseatic League, you are an aspiring merchant during the age of the Hanseatic League. When the Hans finally put an end to your notoriously successful smuggling racket, they offered you the choice to serve this league of traders as merchant yourself or spend the rest of your life behind bars. Henceforth, you travel to over 30 cities all across 15th century Europe in the name of the illustrious Hans. I don't know what a Hans is.
What the fuck is a
Explain
Hans?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention in school. Features trade more than 100 goods between 38 cities and 2 continents, Europe and North America. Choose between different historical ship types and trade either manually or with self-designed automatic trading routes. And it goes on like this. There's a lot of stuff. Marry strategically to secure the support of key political allies and create your own dynasty of successful merchants. Just like I did with Jen, just in case Canada and the US ever merge into one, I got both sides of the border covered for votes. New dates for you. If the Hans the Hanseatic League, Kevin, do you know what a Hans is? Can you look that up for me? Thank you. New dates for you.
Hanse.
New dates for you. Hotel Transylvania 3 Monsters Overboard comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on July 10th.
Cool, Greg, gonna get hyped.
I know, right? I was like, what is this? And it's like, oh, it's based on the popular movie thing. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, Greg, I understand this. Strange Brigade comes to Xbox One on August 28th. And then GameSpot reports Atari will start accepting pre-sales for its retro-inspired and still largely mysterious Atari VCS console on May 30th. The company announced today that pre-sales will be handled through Indiegogo, and customers will be able to pre-order both the Black Onyx version and the limited Woodfront Collector's Edition. The Onyx will start at $200 for a limited time, but no price was given for the CE. Those who sign up for the email alerts through the official site by May 24th will get some bonus offers during the pre-sale. Shipments are planned to begin in spring 2019. Hans? Hanse. And how that applies, with the Hans peoples who we're working for. You love all this retro crap. Are you excited for the Atari VCS?
That's some Jared stuff. I don't know.
It's not even that. It's just such a convoluted message on how they're rolling this out and what it is exactly.
I don't think they know. They're trying to figure it out.
Well, good for them.
Like, are people excited? We'll see.
You can't tell yet, so we're not going to say too much about it. Deals of the day for you. The Boo Doom Reaper wrote in. The Kind of Funny. You know, you might say, clearly he meant boredom. That's not what he wrote. The Bodom Reaper wrote in to kindoffunny.com/KFGD and says, deals of the day, Destiny 2 flash sale on bestbuy.com for $10.
$10
on all platforms.
Holy shit.
Not a bad time to hop in and play if you've been holding out. We'll see. Kotaku just put up a piece, I think, about how Destiny's dead and here's why. Or maybe somebody tweeted me a video about that. But somebody's talking about how it's not going well. And we've talked about that, obviously, a lot here. Andrea was in here just screaming her head off about it. You know how it goes.
I know exactly how it goes.
Tim, it's time for Reader Mail.
Let's get to it.
But first, Reader Mail is brought to you by our sponsor, patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. Did you know that patreon.com/kindoffunnygames makes everything you watch on kindoffunny.com happen? Without it, we wouldn't be here. Please, if you're enjoying the shows like this episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily, which again, going
Worth
fast,
$1.
but I'm not gonna pee on your leg, tell you it's raining kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and puff up the news for you. I'm gonna give you what you got. Then I'm gonna go eat some burgers on a pretzel bun.
Are you gonna do that?
No, I wish. If there was a pretzel bun around here, it'd be bad.
I think there is a Burgermeister.
How close is Burgermeister to here?
Very close. Westlake?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Okay, well that's interesting. We should look into that. They also serve wings at Burgermeister, which I appreciate quite a bit.
They do.
But anyways, patreon.com/kindafunnygames keeps the mics on, keeps the guests in. You can get party mode early, Gamescast early, and so much more. You can watch us record Gamescast as we record it, as it happens. You can watch live, be right there, get a pre and post show with us. You also get the benefit of keeping the content you love happening. We couldn't do it without you. So if you think we've been doing a good job with Kinda Funny Games daily, please go to patreon.com/kindafunnygames and kick us a few bucks. Leo from SF writes in.
Leo? Oh, Leo.
Did you go to school with Leo? He's thinking about it. No, he didn't.
No, I don't know. I don't think I've never met a Leo, if I'm being
really?
honest. Yeah.
Other than like the sign, right?
What?
Like I'm a Taurus, like there's Leos. You've probably met a Leo in your life. That's somebody who's born in that astrological sign.
No, not that I know of.
Okay, well then. He wrote into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, "Hey Greg and Tim. On the previous Kinda Funny Games Daily, Tim talked about the possibility of new character reveals for Smash at E3. What are the chances that my boy Goku makes it into the game? I personally think it'd be kind of cool, even if it's just the base form Goku, or even Kid Goku. And I know it doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense to put him in the game, not to mention that some people straight up think he belongs, which is totally fair. Don't think he belongs. What's on party on? Is there any chance of a Goku coming in? Goku honestly seems too big.
I think there's a chance for Goku.
Really?
Yeah, if there's going to be anybody that's just like fucking wacky, totally outside of video games, it's going to be Goku. That's the one that gets tossed around so much. His name was in the ballot when they did the whole voting thing that ended up with Bandai getting in. Once Cloud got put in this game, literally anything's possible. I truly believe it's like there is no rules. Like Cloud never in Final Fantasy VII, never on a Nintendo console. You know, like Snake, it was like you could at least be like, whoa,
Twin Snakes, yeah,
and all that stuff. Cloud, none of that shit.
Wow.
So it's like I feel like the barriers are kind of getting broken down. I don't think we'll see it at E3. I honestly don't think we'll see it ever. But if we did, I think it would be DLC, and I think they'd make a really big deal out of it. I think it really depends on what the Smash rollout plan ends up looking like. But I'm hoping. I hope that they get fucking crazy with it, because to me, Smash Bros. Is just the ultimate celebration of anything is possible and iconic characters. And Goku is definitely an iconic character that would fit in that world very easily.
All right. Well, there you have it. I would have said no chance. And you're not saying it's a great chance, but you're saying there is a chance. I don't think
it's a great chance, but I think there's a higher chance of Goku than Crash.
Wow. Okay. Parker Begale wrote into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, how's life treating you, Kinda Funny crew? Kevin, you start.
It's treating me good. I'm trying to work out some stuff, and I'm a little distracted at the moment. Sorry.
Kevin Coelho,
really big dog. You said life's great.
Life is great. Life's very busy. Working on a really cool project we can't really talk about.
We can't talk about it?
No,
what if I just talked about it? What if I just said what's happening over there?
I don't know. I don't. It just wouldn't be good.
Okay, Don won't do that then. Okay. My life's good too. It's very good. My first wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Oh,
can you believe it's been a year already?
1 year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That means that 1 year ago today, we were up in Napa with all of our families or whatever.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, I had this horrible allergy attack, which is like all snotty and gross.
Ew.
Yeah, couldn't stop. Bad stuff. Porty came though. It was fun.
Yeah.
Parker B continues. I'm in the market for a new 4K HDR TV in order.
Stop. LG. The OLED series. Just fucking go.
My question for you is, what size TV do you recommend people play on? I've been playing on a 32-inch and it is almost too small. What advice would you give for anyone in the market for a new 4K TV since it's becoming the new gold standard? You're Mr. TV man.
Yes. I mean, my thing is, obviously, all of this stuff is if you have the means and if you have the space for it, and this isn't going to fucking mean that you don't eat for a year.
Of course.
65-inch is the way to go.
Okay.
I think any bigger than that right now is prohibitively expensive. Any smaller than that, you're starting to get to the point where it's like, well, if you're already here, you might as well go up. 55, I can totally see a case for, because it is significantly cheaper than the 65. But to me, if you're going to invest that much, you want to do it right. And if you have, I've never met anybody that got the 55 and wasn't at some point like, I wish I went bigger. Hashtag Nick Scarpino. But 65, it's like once you get it, you're like, yeah, I made the right call. Every night I look at my TV. I look over at Gia and I'm just like, we did this together. We made this.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's not a baby. And I'm like, well,
we made this.
Yeah. I fucking love it. But no, seriously, the LG OLED series is, whether it's the 6 series or 7 series, the B, C, doesn't matter. They're all stunning TVs. Playing God of War on it, I was just like, this video game shouldn't be allowed to look this good, feel this good, be this responsive. The black level shouldn't be that dark. The brights, the HDR is so brilliant. It's amazing. But even if you don't want to go that high end, you can just get the Samsung KS series is really good, or the MU series, the 8000, 9000, all that stuff. I know Andy's looking into that. And those are not that expensive, all things considered. Like a couple of years ago, TVs were a lot more expensive on the nice end range. But now for $1,000, you can get a perfectly amazing TV. For $2,000, you can get one of the best TVs in the fucking universe.
Oh, okay. I don't know when I'm ever going to pull the trigger.
Just do it, Greg. Just do it.
Do it! Tyler writes in to kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, Hola, Kinda Funny crew. What are your thoughts of Borderlands 3 being shown at this year's E3? And one out of left field, do you think it's possible for a Lost Planet 4 to be shown? I feel like Borderlands came up in our Kinda Funny Gamescast E3 predictions. I think you get a trailer there. I think you get a teaser for that. I think it's time for that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's still happening, it
has to. Oh my god, it's totally happening. Why wouldn't it be happening?
I don't know.
You kidding me? Gearbox doesn't need, but like needs Borderlands.
No, for sure. Yeah, now's the time for them.
I mean, they haven't had a huge hit. No, I'm not talking shit. They haven't had a huge hit in a while.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Borderlands. Everybody asks them about Borderlands.
Yeah.
Borderlands is their bread and butter, like
Microsoft,
for sure.
You think?
I can see. I mean, honestly, this is again. So here's what we talk about on the Gamescast a little bit, and we'll get into even more. Is the fact that PlayStation's move to, hey everybody, welcome to the conference. Here's nonstop trailers for amazing AAA games that are gonna blow your socks off and make you scream and go crazy and come in your pants. Microsoft is, hey everybody, here we're still doing and this is based on the previous years. The interstitials of like the dev comes out and talks to you about why this matters, but we're gonna show you 34 games tonight, and most of them are exclusive. And it's like, yeah. Where does Borderlands fit in that? I think the pop for Borderlands will be so big and people will be so excited that I think PlayStation would want that. And that's where it gets interesting of, I don't think when Phil's talking about, are you going to have JRPGs on the stage? And he's like, yeah, as of right now, yes. Mm-hmm. I would think that PlayStation looks at those and like, oof, if it was PSX, sure, we'd put you out for that. But right now, no, we need to save our time for AAA. And then it gets interesting for Microsoft's side of the equation is what AAA big titles would PlayStation want that we could get? And that's where you and I keep going back to, I think Rocksteady is finally going to pull the trigger, and I bet Microsoft has come to them and has been like, let's fucking go, son.
Yeah. I think there's a very slim chance we see Borderlands at PlayStation.
Really?
Yeah, definitely to me sounds like an Xbox thing.
I can see that, and I understand that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that cel-shaded baby shows up.
What PlayStation has to announce that's new. Because it's time to check in on a couple titles. Death Stranding, Last of Us, and all that. I mean, it is. It's been a while since we've really gotten something substantial from Sony themselves. Like Game Awards is a different beast. And then obviously the Final Fantasy and all the promises that they've made in the last couple of years. Some of them they've delivered on, Last Guardian, etc. But we'll get some new things like last year we got Shadow of the Colossus and then it came out. I imagine we'll get some things of that kind of status. But there is a big focus on first-party titles at the Sony show in the last couple of years. So
no, you're right.
So I don't know.
So you figure right now, right? Going off what you've just said, you're gonna get Days Gone 1, Death Stranding 2, T-Lu 2, 3, Ghost of Tsushima 4, Dreams 5. Those are all, and that's all. Hey, here's the first-party stuff we're coming out to blow your doors off with. 6, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
because it won't be out yet.
See, but we need new. There needs to be some new stuff too.
Oh, I know, but I'm actually using this to go on your point. All right, cool. You've already got 6 games of ours that are there. Let alone we want to show you new stuff. We want to announce new things.
Last year we got Monster Hunter World as a big third party.
Right? Yeah. Wait. Are we gonna get? Wait. You know, I'm not the guy. And I made a prediction about it getting delayed, and I also think nobody gives a shit about it anymore. Where are we at with Gran Turismo? Was there a new Gran Turismo last year? That happened? That happened.
Gran Turismo Sport happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah. That did happen. Nobody did. Nobody cares. They fucked it up. Remember when that was the best-selling
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive of all time?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll see Gran Turismo.
Patapon
3.
2, of course. They got to fucking come out and say something about Patapon 2.
At least during the conference. They do have their little weird pre-show thing now.
Ooh, see, and that's what. Now here's where it gets interesting.
That's not where Borderlands 3 will be.
No, but that's where, with all due respect, I'm not hating. Dreams could be.
Yeah.
Dreams is complicated. We need to talk to you while we show you this game. And if PlayStation's E3 is like PlayStation's E3 of the past, that is not what Dreams is going to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I feel like you're talking about
Devil May Cry 5. I really think it'll be there.
Okay. I still think that Borderlands
A new Devil May Cry.
could fit in here as that big of a deal.
Borderlands just doesn't feel Sony to me in terms of them being interested in showing it off in that way.
Didn't
Arkham Knight was shown off at Sony.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that'd be a Microsoft play, but maybe that's a baller ass Sony play. Like,
I mean,
nah, they're still ours.
But that's my thing is that I think that. Oh, so we're talking about Devil May Cry 5, Borderlands, and Rocksteady right now, right? I feel like Microsoft can't get everybody over, can't steal all these announcements, but I feel like you're going for one of those. The biggest one on the table right there is Rocksteady. Of like, holy shit, let's blow somebody's doors off. And like, in terms of like people understand, especially if it is more Batman, if it is something else in DC, if it is Ninja Turtles, if it is whatever the hell it's going to be. Harry Potter. I don't know if it'll be Harry Potter. I don't think it's going to be Harry Potter.
I don't think it is either, but I think it'd be really fucking cool.
And then
I'm sticking to, I think DMC is going to be exclusive.
To PlayStation.
I think it's going to be PlayStation, but if the rumors today are talking about Xbox, there's a chance. I think that'd be crazy, but if it is, I think it's exclusive there.
Gotcha. And then, is it possible a Lost Planet 4 being shown? No, I don't think that's possible. I'm not saying you'll never get a Lost Planet again, but I don't think Microsoft or PlayStation's like, it's the fucking hot ticket to put on our stage on the biggest showcase in the world. Lost Planet 4.
Yeah.
Where do I want to go? Oh, I only got 2 left. We got plenty of time. So, Christian Nava writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, "What's good, guys?" After listening to Cory Barlog's thoughts on God of War, no worries, no spoilers in this question. And of course, he's talking about the God of War spoiler cast up right now on youtube.com/kindafunnygames as a Gamescast special. It's also on podcast services. When you beat the game, go watch it, please. A lot of people are saying it's our best work, and I agree. Anyways, back to Christian. And hearing him explain how important it is to strike a balance between player agency and the hand-holding, particularly at the beginning of a game, I'm left wondering if the same kind of hand-holding isn't as important at the very end of a game. I felt the ending of some games diluted because I've beaten the final boss without realizing that was the climax of the story, or worse, get distracted by side quests just before the final battle so much that I'm robbed of the emotional punch I'd have felt if the last portion of the game was tighter and less open. Thoughts? Keep fucking that chicken. Love from Spain, Chris.
I don't think I've ever beaten a game and been surprised it was the ending, with the exception of Halo 2.
Oh.
Halo 2 built up to a final boss fight with Tartantulas, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
And you beat him, and it's like, okay, cool, that felt right. But then it's like the game was really getting going of like, finish the fight, we're getting there. And then the credits start rolling, and it was like, well, Battlefront 2, that was different, where I knew it was the end of the game. I was just really unsatisfied with it. But yeah, Halo 2 was like, I beat it, and I was like, wait, that was it? Like, I could have sworn we were about to get to the final fight.
Finish that fight.
So yeah, I don't know.
I feel, and I don't want to get spoilery about God of War or anything, so I'm going to take that off the table. I feel most games are pretty good about this. I think to Horizon Zero Dawn, right, where it was like, whatever you're doing, you get to the mission, the penultimate mission, and then I felt like the next one was like, all right, cool. This is a big deal. Like, you sure you want to go through this door? Like, this is what, like, you can't come back. Like, which is always hard because the game doesn't want to break its sense of immersion to slap you in the face. But for something like Horizon or any other RPG that has a big ending, you figure you need that moment, and you're already in menus. You're already pulled out of the experience so much. I feel like
Final Fantasy X did that as well.
When I first read the question, Chris, I thought you were going a different direction, where you're talking about can handholding ruining a game, when what I hate the most happens, where, hey, everybody, it's the end of a video game. Here's a new mechanic to fight the boss. Like, no, what the fuck? Like, what is this? I feel like an idiot. I've been playing. Yeah, I've been playing this game for so long, and now you introduce this thing that I've never used before and doesn't feel like what I've been doing forever.
Yeah, it's such a problem. Devil May Cry 1, the whole game is, third-person action game, and then the very end, it turns into a shmup.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
That's a weird choice. Why do we do that? Yeah.
I feel like games have gotten better about that.
I agree, but I think then that leads to Chris's thing where I remember growing up and when a boss is so much harder or so different or so out of the ordinary, I hated that. I think I'm gonna spoil the end, I guess, of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, kind of, where I felt like that was a good boss. We get to the end and it's a guy that we need to fight together, and he's not pumped up on crazy shit. He's not doing some weird drug that makes him super strong. He's just a good fighter, and like, cool. How do we do this? I like that sense of not trying to ramp it up to a million degrees at the very end and make it totally out of character for what this game should be. And so, yeah, I guess that for Chris, that's come to a point where you're doing something, if you get through it, you don't realize that's the end of the game. I feel like most games are pretty good about that. And maybe even then it's just a breadcrumb on the way to the final cutscene or what they want you to see in terms of it. But to each their own, Chris. And final question of today comes from dhcanada, who writes in to kindoffunny.com/KFGD and says, "Hey Greg and Tim, the new trailer for Red Dead drops in a couple of days and everyone is hyped for it. However, I could not care less. This is not because I'm already sold on the game and want to go in relatively blind like Spider-Man or how I was with God of War. It's because I do not care about this franchise or even the past few Rockstar games. Do you guys have any examples of games that seemed incredibly hyped for by everyone, but you were completely disinterested in? Thanks. dhcanada." Yeah, it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is how games work.
Yeah,
it's similar to movies where everybody gets excited, or not everybody. Nick gets all excited because he's an old man about James Bond. I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's other people like that. And even to an extent, Star Wars, where I enjoy Star Wars, the films, and I enjoy seeing it, but I'm not pins and needle. I'm not crying during the trailer like you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
So games, I think it happens all the time.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
right now, you know what I was thinking about? Somebody wrote in and it didn't make the cut, but they were talking about how, oh man, you know, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider got revealed last week, and all I've heard about it is a photo of the What's Good Games girls with pickaxes. Mm-hmm. Nobody's talking about this, and it was similar to what we did as this game Doom for where it is, blah blah blah. It was the same thing for me where I was like, similar to this, but I'm even talking to myself, I guess, where the last two Tomb Raiders I've been totally psyched about, and this one I'm like, yeah, more Tomb Raider, great, but then I'm sitting there like, man, this is not the kind of hype level you want for that game.
Yeah.
Where the guy who's been championing the last two ones, being like, yeah, cool, more. Yeah. Like, that sounds like a game I was like, oh man, Far Cry 5, more. Now, granted, God of War is what came in and rocked the boat, but that's what's going to happen with Tomb Raider. Mm-hmm. Tomb Raider's going to drop in September, or no, is it October? Is that what it is?
September.
So you figure I'm probably still playing Spider-Man, trying to platinum that. Yeah. I'm getting ready for whatever's coming in October and into the year. I'm getting ready for Red Dead. That sounds like a game that I'm going to play for a little bit and enjoy, and not unless it catches me off guard and totally grabs me.
I have a feeling I'm gonna end up switching on this, but I'm actually not that excited for Red Dead. Red Dead
that doesn't surprise me.
To me, like, I loved Red Dead 1, but it's like I'm happy with that experience. I don't necessarily need a Red Dead 2.
You're talking about Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Very confusing.
Yeah, I never played Red Dead Revolver. But yeah, it's like I'm like, cool. I'm good with that.
But like open world games aren't your jam, right?
And then that as well. But
yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling when it comes out, it's going to be, if it is as good as people expect it to, then it'll probably suck me in. But yeah, right now it's like this trailer. It's like I don't really care to see it. Like, I'm hoping it's cool and has a fun song and is hype.
Yeah,
that
it'll
might
be
turn
hype.
me around.
Come on now, Rockstar doesn't make sure there's any hype.
They do sometimes.
No,
Yeah.
you're crazy. You're crazy. Man.
A lot of times they make really hype ones, and sometimes, man.
GTA 5? Is that what you're talking
They were great.
Okay,
I like those. Yeah.
Skeleton in my itching to go. Let's Stevie Wonder, everybody. Buy that album. All right, time for Squad Up. This is where one of you writes into kindoffunny.com/KFGD. Give me your name, username, platform of choice, and why you need help in a video game. I read it here. The best friends come and find you, and everybody plays games together. Today, Bryan needs help on his Xbox. His Xbox Live username is, Jesus fucking Christ, John E. Chiimpo.
Johnny Chiimpo.
Johnny Chiimpo.
From Super Troopers.
Okay, John Jon space E space CHIIMPO. Good Lord. Johnny Chiimpo said, well, now, is it going to be in the, somebody was, I'll yell about that later. No, somebody was complaining about something in the front, the last, you know how I was all about Puzzle Quest last week. Somebody saying that link wasn't in the description of the podcast. Johnny Chiimpo says, hello, best friends. I need help to squad up. A few weeks ago, I bought and downloaded A Way Out for my Xbox. I have since realized that this game cannot be played by one player, and I cannot convince any of my friends to download it, even though it'd be free for them. I need somebody who wants to play through the game with me, and they can even download the free version since I already own it. I can be found on the Xbox Live as Johnny Chiimpo. That's Chiimpo with 2 I's. Thanks for the help and all the great content. If you want to play A Way Out on the Xbox with Johnny Chiimpo, hit him up on that Xbox Live. Tim?
Yes.
Before we get to You're Wrong, we have a brand new segment called Greg, You Dumb. Doesn't matter, as the name wrote in and said, Angry Greg voice. Greg, I was listening to the Gamescast today and you said you wanted to play Minute on the Switch. Why? It has a platinum, Greg. A platinum that sits at 42% of people playing it having it. You preach about getting easy platinums. Play this amazing game. And Angry Greg voice. Love everything you guys do. Have a marvelous day. Fuck you, Andy. That is the best sell anybody's given me. I knew the game looked cool. I knew Jared liked it. And now I know that it's a somewhat easy plat at 42%. Tim's going to read you through You're Wrong. I'm going to look at PlayStationTrophies.org and find out how fast I can fucking get this platinum.
Ants in My Pants says the site that said Capcom's going to have an exclusive game at E3 has been said to have inaccurate information. So take that for what it's worth.
Suck it!
Lord Apone says Xbox could be getting a port of Nier Automata. Ants in My Pants also says something you may have missed from the Roper report, but Remedy announced today that the new game codenamed P7 will be shown at E3 this year. It's a multi-platform game on PC, PS4, Xbox One, published by 505 Games. T-Thack says it's the Bodom Reaper, named after the metal band Children of Bodom.
My apologies, everybody.
Charles J says JRPGs and Xbox could be a new Mistwalker game as they made the Xbox exclusives Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey. Mistwalker was founded by Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi, who in 2016 announced another new studio called Dawnwalker. Yeah, never underestimate the gooch.
According to PlayStationTrophies.org, where I go for message boards about PlayStation trophies, they're saying right now, with the trophy guide and roadmap for Minute, submitted by the user Mendel, estimated trophy difficulty, 10 out of 10, or 2 out of 10. Approximate time to platinum, 2 to 4 hours. That's pretty good return on investment right there. ROI, we call that in the biz, Kev.
Final one comes from Joey Noel. Stardew multiplayer beta launched today. Rude.
Thanks, Joey. Can't just hit me up about that. You know what I mean? She can't contribute to the show through the other side of the wall methods. She has to come in here and yell at us and pimp on us. I don't like it.
Man. Just trying to get the word out.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we come to you with the nerdy video game news you need to know about. Kevin started putting the graphics up as we go. Yeah. So it's distracting. I needed to see them. I needed to look at it. Good job, Kev. How's the new computer? We got a new computer over there. I don't know if you know.
So far, it looks like it's working real well. Real well. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's not
we'll
like
see if it works for E3.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And we got to figure out if we can full screen without it chugging.
We should probably do some sort of stream to test it out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Why not?
Yeah, sure. If you want to be part of the show, kindafunny.com/KFGD. If you want to watch it, twitch.tv/kindafunnygames, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, podcast services around the globe, no matter where you get it. Thank you for your support. Consider chipping in if you enjoy it over at patreon.com/kindafunnygames. Each and every dollar helps and gets you cool bonuses. Hosts for the week go like this. Tuesday, it's Greg and Andrea. Wednesday, it's Greg and Steve Gaynor.
Ooh.
That coward is going to show up here, and I'm going to get it out of him if it's got a platinum. That, what's it? Tacoma.
Yeah.
Coming to PlayStation 4. Thursday, Tim and Jared, because I'm in LA for movie fights. And then Friday, Greg and Tim close out the week. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.